Non-binary people of Reddit, what is your preferred number system? Base 0. There are no numbers. Every unit is null. It may not be useful, but damn is the math easy. What about 0 over 0? 0. I told you the math was easy. Did it? Enthusiasm has been mistaken by many for the factorial symbol. Easy misreading. But 'twas not my intent. That said, in my base 0 system, patent pending, 0 is also 0. 0 factorial. 0 factorial, the answer to which is 1. Factorial being a convenient operation to denote the total number of states a set can be organized into. 0 can only be arranged into one variation, thus its factorial is 1. I'm pretty irrational, but I measure things in radians. We go big on March 14th. Cherry is my favorite pie. More of a raspberry guy, myself. Raspberry Pi is great for playing arcade games via RetroPie. Even a Pi 4 struggles with N64 though. I'm using a computer connected to my TV, and it's smooth. Close bracket. Personally, I prefer base E. It's only natural. That would just be irrational. Lane, you're correct as well. These puns are transcendent. I guess this is a sign that we got off on a tangent. I attribute value to things through a complex system of value I call the mac and cheese metric. It ascribes value to any item or quantity of items based on the amount of mac and cheese it can afford me. I once built a car out of mac and cheese after a bet with my sister for $100. You should have seen the look on her face as I drove past her. No, I'm not sorry. The one with a bow tie emblem. I see what you did there. Hexadecimal BTW. Noise. Any reason why? Not that anyone needs an explanation. You are what you are. I just think it's more efficient. Instead of the standard 0 to 9 in the base 10 system and 0, 1 in the binary system, hexadecimal characters include 0 to 9 and AF. More available characters means that you can represent bigger values in a shorter and more concise form than other number systems. Just use base 62. Far more efficient. I'm more into bud 69 myself. Base 12. You can do 1/2, 1/3, 1/4 and 1/6 without repeating decimals. I quite like base 60 for the same reason. There's a reason the infamous French revolutionaries for all their head chopping fervor could never make time decimal rather than sexagesimal despite the strong uptake of the other metric units. I mean, as a programmer, my time system is the Unix epoch, but that's another argument for another day. ISO 8601 for the win. YIMD is superior to all date formats. ISO 8601 is YIMD. Actually, ISO 8601 allows both. YIMD is basic format and YIMD is extended. Base 60. Works like clockwork. Lol. Base 13. Because 69 equals 42. A fellow Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan. Octal. Of course. Was looking for this. It's canon that 789. You mean 7 10 11? I like base 12. Using it often in stories or homebrew. But base 10 is just too popular not to use. Yeah, I kind of feel like base 10 has a runaway lead at the moment. To tag onto your joke somewhat seriously, I've worked in really busy bars for the last couple of years. I've set some up and worked behind their bars a lot. One mental trick I taught myself to remember someone's order is to visualize them. Of course, remembering 2 pints and a chardonnay is easy, even if the bar is packed and everyone is yelling their order. But shut like 2 vodka cran, a djerbum, 2 martinis and 4 shots of dja. Oh, and a pint. Did I say coke as well? And another vodka cran. Gets tricky if you've been working for 9 hours with no break. So I visualize a tray with the drinks on them, and I have no problem remembering them. Before I use this trick, if I would think of the number 4, or the number 6, or any number up to 10, I'd see the number in my head. But now, if someone would tell me just a number below 10, I'd see a tray with that number of pints of beer. It doesn't work above 10, because I rarely had to memorize more than 10 drinks. so the trick only goes up to 10. My preferred number system is pints of beer, but only up to 10. I'm usually good with beers up until 10 too. My heads have trouble working after 10 beers too. I love the plural heads here. There are 10 types of people. Those who understand binary and those who don't, and those who don't realize this is a trinary joke. 10 types of people. Those who understand hex, and F the rest. Haven't heard this variant before. I quite like it. There are 2 types of people. Those who can extrapolate information from incomplete data. And what about the rest? Tallies scratched by hand on a wall. Seeing a post like this have nothing but positive energy from up in the replies is such a needed breath of fresh air. Positive numbers. There just isn't any room for negativity when it comes to number systems. Balanced ternary disagrees. At least it's perfectly balanced. I'm too bad at math to have a funny answer, but appreciate the effort nonetheless. Base 12 is to numbers what the metric system is to units of measurements. Music, time, geometry all function easier in duodecimal. Dewey Decimal System is the best system. Change my mind. What a scam that was. Yeah. The first time I tried to find book at the library in college, I discovered they didn't even use the Dewey Decimal System. Apparently there is a system that some institution, I think Library of Congress, uses that most colleges have adopted. What was even the point of learning it? Yeah. That's the Library of Congress system and I vastly prefer it. The Dewey Decimal System is just a bit shut. Honestly, I remember marveling at the fact that I could just intuitively find what I wanted in my college library because the shelves were organized with some semblance of logic. I only know Dewey from back in the day. If Lib of Congress is logical, can you explain it to me easily? Everything alphabetized. I've never hated and loved a joke so much before. Can I take that as a compliment? I prefer Roman numerals. Until your empire falls, because you have no way of expressing the successful termination of your C programs. Instead of ones and zeros we use verums and false uses. Mayo timekeeping. It's so 2012. Stupidly enough, this NB counts on their fingers in binary to calm down. So. Binary. I'm NB2, and usually double numbers to calm down, to carrot N. But counting in binary is way cooler. Okay, well I'm disappointed that I'm late to the party because this is something I feel strongly about. Base 32 is so good emo. It allows you to encode arbitrarily long binary data into ASCII characters like base 16 and base 64, but it holds twice the data per character of base 16, and it's better than base 64 in so many ways. One, it doesn't require special character encoding to put it in a URL. 2, it is case insensitive. 3, it can exclude characters that may be misinterpreted by humans when printed. Egg. ILI 10004. When you double click a base 32 string, you will select the whole string. 5, it's just much easier on the eyes than base 64. As a homage to the Sumerians, base 60. Wait a minute, I'll just need a second to upvote you. Base 1. You want a bigger number? Write more zeros. Oof. The dad jokes are evolving. My dad literally just pulled this one on me this week. My answer was hexadecimal. For the record, we're both coders. Octal. I love pain. This reminds me of the thread on here a bit ago asking pansexuals what pan was their favorite to use. However, I'm too stupid to understand and don't have a favorite. The Arabic 1. Decimal. Whatever value system measures in shutloads and ducktons, I believe a duckton is like 10 shutloads. Just don't mix it up with a metric shutton. That's more like 20 shootloads. Actual NB here, just zeros lol. I'm gay, I can't do math. Base 12 or get out. Base 12 for sure. As a binary person, I find this question difficult to compute. There's 10 types of people in this world. those who understand binary, and those who don't. Base 1337. What symbol do you use? Express 843. r/angry upvote. I prefer to use the golden ratio as my base. Makes it easier when you have consecutive powers of similar value. I was butting base 10 at birth, or at least soon after. American here. I measure things based on the length of a British king's foot. Anything but the metric system. What the hell is a number? We don't know. There are no numbers in basing SE. Everyone loves hex and binary but forgets octal. Just as important as those others. I've spent my whole life counting to 1 and have no plans of changing now. All these newfangled ideas about counting, and yet 1 bit is all we need. Synesthesia based base 10. 1 is blue, 2 is green, 3 is yellow, 4 is brown, 5 is also blue but darker, 6 is red, 7 is that nasty yellow green color, 8 is purple, 9 is pink, and 10 is black. I hate this in the way that it is so good it is bad. Lol, thanks. I'm torn between base 8 and base 12. I personally prefer everything being X. Everything is unknown. As a female non-binary, don't ask. I fluctuate. All this math talk is hurting my brain. Can I just say the standard number system? Is that a thing? The standard Arabic number system is called decimal. It has 10 digits. The binary number system is called so because it only uses 0 and 1, 2 digits. So you are a female non-binary with a preference for the decimal number system. Also, I know you said don't ask, but I said that called gender fluid when you fluctuate. If I'm understanding gender fluidity correctly. People who say nobody uses anything but base 10 in real life have clearly never been to a dance lessons. I'm a trans woman, so I might be stepping on some toes here, but I'm a firm advocate of the dozenal system. 12 is just better than 10. What does 10 have that 12 doesn't have? 5? Lame. 12 has 3, 4, and 6, plus 8 and 9 as factors of its double. Math is just easier for humans to do in dozenal. My wife says hexadecimal. Ever since I showed her how to convert her age to hexadecimal, she now always quotes her age in hex. Whether the person she's talking to knows base 16 or not. Lol, that's great. Imperial, of course. I relish the dark side. That's an absolute unit. What's non-binary? I laughed hard. I like my numbers, like I like my women. Imaginary. F. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you want more videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. You are helping me a lot. Thanks again.